Hey my friends, Sam here. So this is just a follow-up video to the previous one where I demonstrated this device that shows how fast you can lose a liter of blood. I made this for EMS World. That's a trade show that was just in Las Vegas. It was supposed to be a one-time thing, just a nice demonstration model, but people seemed interested in it. Some people asked me how to make it, can they buy it, and that sort of thing. I don't intend to mass produce this. But this base took about 26 hours to 3D print, and then it could be done simpler and cheaper. So what I did here is try to make the whole thing using Home Depot and Harbor Freight's parts. So a couple clamps at the bottom. I have a metal flange here that is threaded. The base of it is just this. It's a 1/2-inch threaded PVC coupler. And this fits 3/4 inch PVC. So I thread that in and I can flip it, basically do the exact same thing, flip it over. It has 3 sections also. I should say I had to sand down the 2 ends so that they will easily come and go from the coupler there. All right, you'll see these in here so that it can be 3 smaller sections. That makes it easier to transport. In terms of the tubing that I chose, so I went through a few different versions. This one here is vinyl tubing. I can't compress it, but the most important I think is this, it's 1/4 inch inner diameter. So I brought this type to EMS World because I didn't want it to rupture. But there are other ways to do it. I tried this with a 3/8 inch outer diameter, 1/4 inch inner diameter, but that was too rigid. This one's 5/16. This would work, but it doesn't slot over my diverter here. At the end of the day, the best one so far is this material, which comes from, I think it's Harbor Freight. So you have to cannibalize a hose. They rupture regularly if they're in your yard, but I think they'll hold up here. I'll add some of the items that I used in the description for the video too. But right here is a diverter valve, and you can close it off here. So if I flip it over, the fluid can't go that direction. I'll flip it one more time here. You can see how that works. And another important part is this coupler here. So this has a 1/4 inch inner diameter. So that fits nicely into this IV bag, this 1 liter IV bag. So it grabs hold of the tubing, fits into the bag, and no problem. What I'm going to do is flip it one more time here. And then I'm going to block it off so you can just see one more thing. So right now, this lets me feel what the pressure actually is. You might want to, I have a little bit of wind here, so it's blowing over. But if you bring it into a lab or into a classroom, what you can do is screw the flange into a table, or you can have a wider base, and I think it'll hold up. You might want to use tape or zip ties to hold it in place. This here you can attach to other tubing if you want to attach it to some trainer device so you don't have to squeeze a bottle. Anyway, those are the high points. Oh, one other tidbit here. I'm going to open this up one more time. One other tidbit is this. So I use a blunt tip needle and a 3-way stopcock, and that is the mechanism I use to remove air or add fluid to the system. For this one here, it's just free, you can take it in and out, but if you want to make something slightly nicer, what you can do is add hot glue and heat shrink to it, and then it becomes a nice solid piece that doesn't come apart. So anyway, that's homebrew. Maybe that's helpful. Send me a message if you want help building it. That's all.